Good evening, investors and traders. This is Brian, and tonight we have a very special market update for the Nison highlights. So, and again, brought to you by candlecharts.com/MYCC, which stands for My Candle Charts. Have a look if you're not a member already. And just quickly here, we have a risk disclosure that's always available on our website at candlecharts.com/disclosure. Have a look so you understand the risks of trading stocks and securities. So the market prediction, and this is what we're going to talk about tonight, and this is very, very interesting and quite powerful. And in light of all the market turmoil that we've had, the best prediction is that the market is going to move. And that is the best that anybody can ever tell you. Don't believe the newscasters and reporters because they do not have any idea. So if nobody knows as to what number we're going to hit on the Dow Jones next or on the S&P, why not take advantage of trading what's presented to you? So having a look here, and again, we've backed out and we're looking at monthly candle charts here. And this is the YM contract. So again, this is a continuously traded contract of the Dow Jones. So again, it's a little bit different story than what you might get reported in the newspapers, but coming all the way back to March 2009, we had a very nice piercing pattern that presented itself here, and sure enough, the market took off from there, and we rode on top of that 20-period moving average, except for a little blip right there, but we didn't close underneath the 50 moving average, and we continued higher, and did a little bit of sideways motion. And then again, we took off like a rocket and bolted upwards. Now, people are saying, we've just had this tremendous down movement. This is catastrophic. Well, yes, what we have here is a bearish engulfing candle. And keep in mind, on the monthly candles, we're only 8 days into the month. We still have another 2-3 weeks to go. So again, we've only got 6 days of trading under our belt. This is only Thursday. So again, the month hasn't finished and this candle is not complete. And therefore, it is a bit of a message fragment because without having a complete candle, by the end of the month, we could be popping all the way up here and get an inverted hammer, or maybe even it turns positive and we still continue higher. But outside of that, and looking at this, you can see there was only one moment in time where and these are just the normal Bollinger Bands, where we were so extended outside of the Bollinger Bands, and that was last month. So in the month of January, we were well overextended, and we have to get some relief in the market. In order for us to go higher, we have to get some relief. As we always have a little bit of retracement back here. So what happened over the last few days? Bearish engulfing candle. Yes, we opened the month and we went straight down to that 9-period moving average. And we have, at this point, bounced up a little bit. So again, it has started. And as I say, we still have many, many days to go. So a lot can happen. We just have to be patient with this. So if you're a long-term investor looking at this, it still looks very positive. We're still closing above that 9-period moving average. We didn't close above it here. We were just slightly under, still above the 50, but underneath the 9. So again, we're still doing well considering things when we look and take all factors into account. Now, when we move into the weeklies here, and again, slight different story. So again, I wouldn't trade based on monthly candles. But again, they give you a different perspective. So again, this goes all the way back to August of 2015. And I was looking here and I found a nice bullish engulfing candle. We came up and we retraced back here. And in fact, I like this bull sash here significantly more, a much better candle. And then, again, we were staying basically right around that 9-period moving average again, hugging pretty much for the most part the upper Bollinger Band all the way up. And again, as you can see here, we actually didn't break to the outside of the upper Bollinger Band for the most part, maybe just a little bit of upper shadow, and that was it. So looking at this from a weekly perspective, had you seen this bear sash on Friday, looking at the weekly charts, 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks worth of trading disappeared last week in itself. That in itself would have been a great opportunity to get out of the market. Now, again, it was just on top of the 9-period moving average, but that was a very strong and a very powerful red candle. So again, there's no reason why we wouldn't have thought to maybe take some profits or Had you been an option trader or had the availability to trade options, you might have bought some protective puts, which again could have protected your portfolio in this turmoil time here. And then as you can see this week so far, and this is only Thursday, so we have one more day to go. We've come down very, very low, almost to the lower Bollinger Band. But, for this candle, we're almost back to the halfway point. So we almost have 50% lower shadow and 50% red candle. So again, still indicating a much different story, that the bulls have pushed in and really started to push things back up because they realized way down here, it was way oversold, the market. But again, we have to wait till tomorrow to get a true picture because we still have a message fragment. So of course, we're midweek. We want to know what's going on. So let's go and take a look. Right, we'll come to that in a second. So the question is, what's in your trading toolbox? And again, there's so many tools available to us. We've got to open up our thoughts and try different things. So the types of things that we might have in our toolbox and that we could take advantage of, one thing might be the My Candle Charts schedule that we have, and it's mycandlecharts.com. And for example, Monday to Friday, we have a chart of the day, a trade setup of each day, and videos are posted by 8 a.m. So again, we've got at least 2 opportunities per day, new potential opportunities presenting themselves to you each and every day, 5 days a week. And then at 3:30 p.m., and again, of course, we record everything and upload that, we do a daily market recap. And we do this live, so you can attend it live or you can catch it through the replay. So it's uploaded quite quickly after the 3:30 event ends. And again, that's 5 days in a week. And of course, we also do a weekly recap as well to give you a different perspective of the markets and what's really happened and transpired that week. Now, of course, there's more. There's always more. We always like to give more. Green boxes here, so you can indicate here, we've got 2 different strategy sessions, one on Monday and one on Thursday. So if you want your markets analyzed, or you're curious about a different market, it might be intraday, it might be a weekly, monthly chart, send your request into paul@candlecharts.com, and one of us will have a look at that and give our opinion on what's happening in the market. So again, there's 2 opportunities during the week to have your accounts analyzed and your stocks and markets analyzed to get a better feeling and a third-party perspective of what we think is going to happen. We also do a Forex focus on Tuesdays. And again, this is a very in-depth. We go through a lot of different Forex pairs. Well worth it just to have an idea as to what's going on relative to the US dollar, as an example. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, we do an options outlook. So again, we get multiple opportunities in this day here to understand how the options market works, all the different, and I shouldn't say all of them, but again, we have at least 5, if not even a dozen different opportunities that present themselves. And whether you buy options or not, there's a lot of good information to be held within this. So again, there's more opportunities to buy, sell, and trade stocks. And again, Friday, we finish up with a chart challenge that we post. And again, using the forum, you can actually post answers and questions and start to understand and appreciate what other people are going through as well. So this is all to help you hone your skills, find more trading opportunities, and at the end of the day, to make more money and to be safe, trading safely. So coming back to this YM contract, the Dow Jones Industrial, looking at the dailies that we've got here. And again, we can see, this is since 2017, we've had a nice run up here. For the most part, we've been closing well above that 9-period moving average. We touched it down here, and again, well extended right up here. So although there wasn't a clear turning signals on the dailies, when you combine it with other things, and I've got a lot of different lines in here. So I'd like to explain this for you, and if I can take 2 minutes, this little blue line here is the 9-period moving average. That's the one that I use. A lot of people use different ones. It's whatever best suits yourself. But it was early last week, in fact, we had a solid close underneath that 9-period moving average. And again, this pink line or magenta line here indicates where there was some minor support. So sure enough, we had a small real-bodied green candle, a high wave candle, and then by Friday we closed well underneath, and we just punched right down underneath that mini support. So again, an indication right there on Friday, it was a good time to get out, and you might have gotten that early warning. So again, then we came down and we crashed down on Monday, did a little bit of retracing, and again today we've dropped another 1,000 points roughly. So about 1,400 points there. I believe it was about 800 on Friday and around 1,000 points again today. But, we're still at the same point as to where we closed on Monday. So in fact, although we've lost over 1,000 points today, but we're still back to where we were on Monday. So again, a little less significant when you put it into context. Now, looking at some of the lines that I have on here, because again, it's a little bit interesting. If you listen to the daily recaps, I do talk about this. So these are called fan lines that I've drawn in here, these blue lines, and I've got a few of them in here. And as the story goes, as the theory goes, and again, we draw these based on the lower lows that we find here. When we break through one fan line, then we look for support at the next fan line. And in this case, we broke right through that one, and then we broke through the next one, and we came all the way down there. And now we've had a nice bounce up, and we found resistance at that middle fan line right there. So if this was number 1 and this was number 2, we found a little bit of resistance right at number 2, and we've pulled back down again to the number 1 fan line. So the market is having a pause, having a correction, and having a think. And again, I do like horizontal lines as well. So again, support and resistance. Nice resistance point right in here. Should act as a pretty good support line. As you see, we have not closed underneath it. Even though we have a small shadow down there, it's still holding. So at this point, that's looking like a potential good support area. So the seeds of knowledge. And candlecharts.com is here to help you understand your charts and how to understand the charts when trading. We also help improve your trading processes, how to get into trades earlier, how to pick the right trades to get into, and how to exit, and where to expect a good exit point. Because again, oftentimes we can give an indication as to where we might be looking for an exit. And again, when we start to see dojis, different types of dojis, might be another indicator of a good time when we might say it's a good time to get out, or to raise your stop losses as another example, or again, implement some options into your trading to help balance your portfolio. It's all about balance, isn't it? And then we've got help, and we help you find the new opportunities. As I told you about mycandlecharts.com, we have multiple opportunities every day of the week where you should be getting 2, if not even 5, different opportunities of trading stocks or markets. And again, it's a matter of just deciding which ones you want to take advantage of. And again, help take advantage of the market change. So again, that's why we're here. The daily market recaps, the weekly recaps, and again, strategy sessions. We take a look at the market in general and give you a feeling for what we're seeing as to the direction it's going. And are we gaining speed? Are we gaining energy? Or are we having question marks coming into the market that look like potentially dangerous moments? So again, if you have any questions or need more information, please do contact Paul at candlecharts.com, or you can go straight to www.candlecharts.com/mycc. If you're not a member already, do take advantage of that. And of course, we do have a forum as well, and we'd like more people to take advantage of the forum. Send in your questions. Take a screenshot of your charts and send it in there, and we will get back to you as soon as we can, which is usually within a few hours. And we like to give you some good constructive feedback, again, as to what we see, the good, bad, and the ugly, and again, to help open your eyes and help train you better so that you can identify this easier on yourself. So it's all about the journey of the trades, not just buying and holding and waiting 20 years until you retire, but it's about trading in and out of the market as and when the opportunity poses itself. So I hope that was useful for you tonight, and everybody here at candlecharts.com does thank you very much for your time and attention. Have a great evening, and good luck and safe trading.